new opportunities for marine life. 1. Creation of new habitats. In the wake of a submarine eruption, what appears to be a sterile, lifeless landscape is in fact a blank canvas for life. The molten rock, upon meeting the cold sea, solidifies into fresh basalt, creating entirely new geological structures on the sea floor. This process is the very engine of oceanic island formation and the architect of underwater mountain ranges. A classic example is the island of Surtsey, which emerged from the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Iceland in the 1960s. Scientists have watched for decades as this once barren rock was transformed into a thriving habitat, a living laboratory for ecological succession. Underwater eruptions can form new seamounts, lava flows, and even volcanic islands. These fresh surfaces are quickly colonized by bacteria, algae, corals, and invertebrates, laying the foundation for entirely new ecosystems. This colonization follows a predictable, yet miraculous timeline. Within hours, a microscopic film of bacteria, known as a biofilm, coats the new rock. This initial layer is crucial. It alters the chemistry of the surface, making it more hospitable for the next wave of settlers. Within weeks and months, pioneering species like barnacles, tube worms, and hardy algae arrive, their larvae having drifted on ocean currents. These early colonizers provide structure and food, attracting small crustaceans and fish. Over years and decades, a complex community develops. Corals begin to take root, their slow growth eventually building intricate reef structures that can support thousands of different species, transforming a volcanic scar into a bustling metropolis of marine life. 1. Nutrient enrichment. Beyond creating new ground, volcanic eruptions act as a massive fertilization event for the surrounding ocean. Much of the open ocean is surprisingly nutrient-poor, a blue desert where life is limited by the scarcity of essential elements, particularly iron. Submarine eruptions blast vast quantities of mineral-rich ash and dissolved chemicals directly into the water column. This sudden injection of vital nutrients acts like a super fertilizer for the ocean's microscopic plant life. Volcanic ash and gases released into the ocean contain iron, phosphorus, and other minerals. These nutrients can trigger phytoplankton blooms, increasing food availability for zooplankton, fish, and larger predators like tuna and whales. This explosion of life at the base of the food web has dramatic cascading effects. The phytoplankton bloom creates a feast for zooplankton, tiny animals that graze on the microscopic algae. These zooplankton, in turn, become a protein-rich food source for small fish, crustaceans, and other invertebrates. The abundance attracts larger and larger animals up the food chain. Schools of sardines and anchovies are followed by commercially important species like tuna and mackerel. Marine mammals, from dolphins to the great baleen whales, are drawn to these temporary oases of abundance. This phenomenon is so significant that it can create new fishing grounds, and scientists now use satellite data to track volcanic activity as a way to predict where these bountiful but ephemeral hotspots of life will appear. 1. Hydrothermal vent ecosystems. Perhaps the most extraordinary opportunity born from volcanic activity lies in the deep, dark abyss. Here, tectonic and volcanic forces create hydrothermal vents, underwater geysers that spew geothermally heated water. Seawater percolates down through cracks in the ocean crust, where it is heated by underlying magma to temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Celsius. This superheated fluid becomes saturated with minerals like sulfur, iron, zinc, and copper leached from the surrounding rock. When it erupts back into the frigid deep sea, these dissolved minerals precipitate, building towering chimney-like structures known as black smokers and white smokers. Eruptions often create or expand hydrothermal vents, where superheated, mineral-rich water supports unique life forms. Species such as tube worms, clams, and chemosynthetic bacteria thrive here, independent of sunlight, offering rare evolutionary niches. This environment, crushingly deep, devoid of sunlight, and rich in toxic chemicals, would be fatal to most life on Earth. Yet here, life flourishes through a process called chemosynthesis. Instead of using sunlight for energy like plants, specialized bacteria and archaea harness the chemical energy in compounds like hydrogen sulfide gushing from the vents. These microbes form the absolute foundation of the vent ecosystem. They live as thick mats on the rocks, as free-floating plumes, and even symbiotically inside the bodies of other animals. Giant tube worms, some over 2 meters long, have no mouth or gut. Instead, they house these chemosynthetic bacteria within their bodies, which provide all the nutrition they need. Mussels, clams, and shrimp have also adapted to filter feed on this bacterial bounty or host their own internal partners. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of life, proving that it can exist in the complete absence of the sun, powered instead by the raw chemical energy from the heart of the Earth itself. Challenges for marine life. While submarine volcanoes are architects of the ocean floor, their eruptions present a host of profound and immediate challenges to the marine life that has settled in their vicinity. The sheer power of these geological events can overwhelm even the most resilient ecosystems, triggering a cascade of destructive effects that unfold over minutes, days, and even years. The initial eruption is a cataclysm, a moment of intense physical and chemical disruption that reshapes the very foundation of life in the deep. For the creatures that call these underwater landscapes home, it is a fight for survival against forces beyond their control. The challenges are multifaceted, ranging from the complete obliteration of their homes to the poisoning of the water they breathe. Immediate destruction of habitat. The most direct and devastating impact is the physical annihilation of habitats. When molten rock meets water, it can advance with terrifying speed, creating new land but destroying everything in its path. Consider the 2018 eruption of Kilauea in Hawaii, where lava flows poured into the ocean for months, completely burying over a square mile of vibrant coral reef ecosystems that had taken centuries to grow. This is not a subtle change, it is complete erasure. Lava flows and ash can bury coral reefs, seagrass beds, and benthic organisms, killing slow-moving or stationary species and disrupting local food webs. Creatures like corals, sponges, and sea anemones, which are fixed to the seafloor, have no means of escape. They are entombed, their intricate structures smothered under layers of cooling basalt and suffocating ash. This loss of foundational species has a domino effect, as the countless organisms that relied on the reef for food, shelter, and breeding grounds are left without a home. Toxic conditions. Beyond the physical destruction, eruptions release a toxic cocktail of chemicals and gases into the water column. This chemical warfare drastically alters the local marine environment, creating conditions hostile to life. Volcanic gases like sulfur dioxide can acidify seawater and reduce oxygen levels. These changes stress or kill sensitive organisms, especially fish larvae and coral polyps. When sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide dissolve in seawater, they form acids, causing a rapid and localized drop in pH. This ocean acidification is particularly damaging to organisms with calcium carbonate shells or skeletons, like corals, mollusks, and certain types of plankton. The acidic water can literally dissolve their protective structures, making them vulnerable and hindering their growth. Simultaneously, the intense heat and chemical reactions can consume dissolved oxygen in the water, creating hypoxic or anoxic dead zones where most marine animals cannot survive. The water becomes a hostile soup of heavy metals and acidic compounds, a lethal environment for all but the most specialized extremophiles. Displacement and mortality. The eruption's immediate vicinity is a zone of chaos and death. The sheer force of the explosion generates powerful shock waves that can stun or kill organisms outright. The water temperature can skyrocket in an instant, boiling seawater and causing thermal shock to any creature caught in the plume. Sudden temperature spikes, shock waves, and debris can cause mass die-offs or force mobile species to flee, altering predator-prey relationships and migration patterns. Fish, marine mammals, and sea turtles that are able to swim away must abandon their established territories, leading to mass displacement. This sudden exodus floods adjacent, unaffected habitats with refugees, increasing competition for food and resources. Predators may find their usual hunting grounds destroyed and their prey scattered, while prey species may be forced into unfamiliar waters where new threats await. The intricate dance of the local food web is thrown into disarray. This forced migration can have long-lasting consequences, disrupting breeding cycles and altering the genetic flow between populations for generations to come. The immediate aftermath of an eruption is a stark portrait of survival and loss, a dramatic and violent reshaping of an entire marine community. From fire beneath the sea comes life beyond imagination. If this story of oceanic rebirth amazed you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more untold stories of our planet's most powerful forces.